Hey there, Cowboys Nation. This is your boy Mike here, bringing you some Dallas Cowboys draft breakdown. Today I got my friend Jerome here to give us some draft breakdown with me. So
What's going on, guys?
okay. So overall, I feel like the Cowboys had a pretty damn good draft. I mean, I felt like at some points it was better than others, definitely. But for the most part, I feel like we addressed almost every need that we had. We had a lot of departures on defense this offseason, so seeing this young crop of rookies going to go ahead and come in is going to be a great thing.
Yeah, a really great thing. A really, really great thing.
Okay. So in the first round, the Dallas Cowboys took Taco Charlton. For the most part, I felt like he is a physical specimen. He is 6'6", 277 pounds. He didn't really have a fast 40 at 4.92. The thing with Taco is, I don't think day one he's going to come in and be what most Cowboy fans want, and that is what Jerry Jones calls a war daddy. He's not going to be that dominant right end, especially today, that most Cowboys fans thinks he's going to be.
I think against the run he's going to be dominant this year, but pass rushing, no, because he doesn't have the tools. But I think he's going to be dominant against the run. I think so because his length. Once he gets his pad level low.
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely the thing about Taco is he is so raw whenever it comes to pass rushing.
Like Mike Mayock said, he's going to be Carlos Dunlap. Carlos Dunlap, it took a while in Cincy for him to get it going finally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know in Florida he was a absolute destructive monster, but I think he resembles Carlos Dunlap.
Oh yeah, it's just somebody who I feel like this year he could be a really good left end.
Yeah.
He plays the run, he plays the run stopping defensive end.
And he takes on tight ends very well too. Since 4-3,
he
can
just
take on them tight ends real well.
Whenever it comes to just pass rushing and going ahead and having a whole toolbox of moves to go to, Taco has none.
That's crazy for a guy to be a first round draft pick that big and his first step is not that good.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Step is not good. Every once in a while you will see him try to do a spin move.
Yeah, but he did come on strong with Michigan though. He had a strong year, so that's why. And plus, he's big.
Oh yeah,
that's the only reason he's credible for.
And just wherever the Cowboys were drafting, what was on the board, there were a lot more defensive backs in this draft than there were quality first round defensive linemen, and so that's why we had to pick Taco at that pick.
If you had it your way, who would you pick instead of Taco? If you had it your way,
it would have been Taco.
Still?
Yeah, because at that point, to be honest, I almost wanted us to trade up in the first round once I started to see Malik Hooker fall.
Yeah.
If we could have paired Byron Jones with a Malik Hooker, that would have been deadly. Okay. But once that was off the board, there were definitely no offensive people that we needed to pick. We could have picked an offensive lineman, but that's not what the Cowboys really needed. We needed defensive line help, and that's what they're going to get in Taco Charlton. Wherever he comes in, he's going to be a rotation guy. He can play all across the line. I'd almost like to see him play that 3 technique sometimes.
What, really?
Because
David Irving did it too.
Whenever we go ahead and go into definite passing situations. So I like the pick. I wasn't as excited about this pick as I was some other picks. So being objective, I really am going to give this pick a B. Because
a B, yeah.
If it does fit a need, he's not the best pass rusher inside of this draft, but he's definitely not a bad one by any stretch. So I like this pick.
I give it a B minus.
From
all the other picks that y'all have, Yeah, I give it a B minus.
Yeah. Okay, and in the second round, we were able to go ahead and get now this guy. A lot of people are gonna say his name wrong. I feel like, and they're gonna say Chidobe, just because it's probably the easiest.
Yeah.
But listening to his mother say it, it was Chidobe.
Is he African?
Yeah, I think. At least his parents were, but I don't know what part of Africa or whatnot. So please don't.
You
Get
need
me
to
in
know
trouble.
your players like that. You need to know where they're from, where they live,
You
who they
don't
are.
even know how to pronounce a guy's last name inside of our Ravens vid. So
Big E.
let's not go there. Okay.
But this is a great pick. I think this is the steal of y'all's draft right here because he reminds me of Jimmy Smith, but a little bit more athletic.
Really?
And can tackle better.
Oh yeah,
because Jimmy Smith can't play inside. This guy, you can move him inside. You can move him in the box you want to.
Oh yeah,
and he will go get the ball. Jimmy Smith will go get the ball, but he's more athletic, smaller version of Jimmy Smith.
Oh yeah, Awunzie is definitely a great pickup inside of the second round. He's 6 foot. He's 202 pounds. He runs a 4.43 40. I mean,
and he can stick with guys like Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith was he's a press guy. This guy can stick with the small guys and the big guys.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because he has the size and the speed and agility.
I mean, right now I feel like he could step in and be our slot corner, and be a damn good slot corner.
So this is my favorite pick by y'all in the draft,
really?
Hands down, easily.
Really, this was definitely top 3 for me.
I give this pick definitely a B plus.
You know,
if y'all would took him in the first round over Taco, I would have been saying, okay.
With the Awunzie, he definitely plays a lot better zone than man. So with our defense, the way that we've actually wanted to play the past couple years, which is actually a Tampa 2 system, which is heavily zone-based.
But y'all go also man a lot, too.
We haven't been able to do that because of our personnel, because a lot of our corners have been poor zone coverage guys.
I think I should never got out of a 3-4 defense, to be honest with you. That's another topic for another day, but still.
Yeah. But inside of the Tampa 2, the past couple years, because of Brandon Carr and Morris Claiborne and people like that who were a lot better in man coverage than they were zone, we had to accommodate our personnel, and so we had to play a lot of man. Now, with the pickup of Awunzie, and later on we'll be talking about Lewis, I feel like that is allowing us to actually play the type of defense that we've always wanted to play, which is the Tampa 2. So look for the Cowboys to actually play a lot more zone this year, a lot more of a something that some people might not like. It's the bend but don't break.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's what Baltimore did in back in 2012.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, bend but don't break.
Sometimes with the Awunzie too, if he's on the outside, a thing that I didn't like that I saw at times was on deep thrown balls, he's a guy who likes to keep his head down, and then he likes to try to do something that I've heard of as referred to as the belt up technique, wherever they try to throw their arm up once they see the ball caught. And then knock it loose instead of looking at the ball being thrown.
Yeah, we call that every Dallas cornerback.
But see, that's something that's technique, and that's not something that can't be fixed. So I feel like he does have room to grow, but
I think he's a day one starter for y'all.
Yeah, at this point, wherever we got Orlando Scandrick, Anthony Brown, he can come in and be that number 3 guy today. So I love this pick. Definitely a B plus. So our next pick was Jordan Lewis, which I felt was the steal of the draft. Absolutely for us.
Why do you think that?
I mean, Jordan Lewis, even whenever I was watching Taco Charlton highlights, Jordan Lewis was the guy who was popping off the tape, I mean, he played, his technique and just his ball skills were just out of this world. I mean, no matter what, he was able to throw up an arm and get a hand on the ball, it seemed like. I don't care if he's 5'10", The guy plays like he's 6'3".
That's good. You need that toughness, especially
in
y'all's tough division with the Odells of the world. You know what I mean?
Now Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah. Yeah, he
a guy in
you think
Washington.
You can transcend into top corner?
Oh yeah, Jordan Lewis, as long as he can stay out of his own way, and also the only reason why Jordan Lewis was even here in the third round and not trying to be picked up in the first round was because he has a domestic violence thing.
Yeah.
From every indication coming out of Valley Ranch right now, they're saying that everything should be worked out by his jury trial in July. So he should be ready to go in training camp. No suspension is looming.
Well, Shaw's lucky he'd be suspended, but that's another day.
We're still crossing our fingers about Zeke right now. So
yeah.
Hopefully Zeke didn't find a way to get suspended this offseason. So
who do you think will become the better corner in the future?
I think
these last two picks.
Okay, I think Jordan Lewis definitely has a higher ceiling than Chidobe.
You think so?
Jordan Lewis has the ball skills that you haven't, especially here, we haven't seen for a while.
Dang. That's tough.
Even whenever we were...
That's a bold prediction.
I felt like whenever we drafted Morris Claiborne and Jerry was trying to say that he was the number 1 rated corner we had evaluated since Deion Sanders back during the 90s. I felt like that was just trying to bolster up Morris Claiborne and make Morris feel like he was actually worth the 6th overall draft pick.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And Morris, I felt like he got to benefit at a time whenever there was a lot of good guys in that secondary, a.k.a. Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu. Or Mateo, the honey badger.
So what would you give this pick?
Jordan Lewis pick, depending on the domestic violence thing, of course, and we'll take that out the equation because for my deals, I want to make it just about the football player. I'll give this one an A+.
An A+?
This was an A+ pick.
An A+?
Yes. Because now...
You're saying this guy is going to be the premier corner, not just for y'all's team, but for the NFL.
Whenever I say
an
Chidobe,
A+ pick.
Whenever I say Chidobe plays good zone coverage, this guy plays masterful zone coverage.
Oh my God. I can't wait to see this in the next 2 years.
Watch,
he's going to be eating his words.
This is the guy I'm excited about. He has ball skills that just... It's something you haven't seen here in Dallas for a while.
You're basically A+. You say he should have been y'all's first pick.
He could have been. If
if you were in the war room, he would have been your first pick.
If it wasn't for the domestic violence stuff, he would have been in that conversation with Taco for our first round draft.
Really?
For sure.
You think so?
He was.
All right.
You
hear that, guys?
So, guys, out of me, I feel like he can step in, and if there's now with a crowded backfield that we have now, there's been a lot of rumors about maybe Orlando Scandrick was going to get traded during draft weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, that did not happen, but with the pickup of Awuzie and Lewis, I think that's putting Orlando on thin ice.
Yeah.
This year.
Them hamstrings are bad, and he's older now.
Yes, he's got a very manageable contract for a guy who plays at his level.
Yeah, he's having a lot of soft tissue problems
on the field, but he hasn't been able to stay on the field the past 2 years. We just saw a guy who was an all-time Dallas great get replaced by a 4th-round rookie.
Yeah, you're
for
right.
Missing 2
You're right about replaced,
seasons.
but you're not right about great. But you're right about replaced.
Dallas Cowboy, all-time great.
Replaced. Yes. So let's talk about Cole Beasley 2.0.
A.K.A. Ryan Switzer.
The talk of the town.
Yeah, this guy, he's never going to be a Dez Bryant.
Oh no, what?
He's never going to be a Terrence Williams.
Oh, I think he could be. Oh, I don't know about that. Depends on. He got better route running.
I'm talking about an outside wide receiver.
He's 5'8", right? Antonio Brown's what, 5'10"?
Yeah, but Antonio Brown is like 5'10".
I'm not comparing those two, but
you know?
I'm not comparing those two, but I will compare him with Terrence Williams.
You know, Terrence Williams is 6'2".
Okay.
You know, 6'3".
You're dealing with an all hands catcher compared to a body catcher. I would definitely.
Ryan Switzer's known to catch the ball inside of his body too.
But this pick actually really does help Dak, because what happened last year with Dak and Cole Beasley
connection. This is definitely a Dak-friendly pick.
Yeah.
But the only way you're going to get him on the field to be able to utilize him
to get Cole Beasley off the field.
To either get Cole Beasley off the field. But then if you get Terrence Williams, who do you put on the outside? Cole? No. You know, you can't really run a three receiver set and two of them are inside unless you literally load one side of the field.
I say this guy is going to be y'all's best route runner.
You know,
on y'all's team.
He is definitely a route runner. I'll say that. You know, he's this guy.
He's going to be best.
I mean, if you think Cole Beasley's good at running routes and kind of shaking people and making people kind of just being able to get that initial burst off of people, Ryan Switzer kind of takes it to another level.
For all you guys who play flag football out here, this is the type of guy you get pissed off at because he's so shifty.
Oh, yeah.
And he's elusive, you know?
Oh, yeah. He is 5'8", 181 pounds, and he runs a 4.51.
But
I mean, this guy, he's
that 40 might not sound good for it,
with speed.
But his football
agility. His quickness.
And his IQ to know, and his anticipation is so high, you know, that it makes him like basically McCaffrey 2.0. But he's definitely going to be in the. I think he's going to make a big impact in special teams.
Oh yeah.
And next year, when he actually knows the offense and running routes, he's going to make it. It might be goodbye Cole Beasley.
Oh yeah. I mean, this was something me and Jerome discussed before this. Was that I felt like with the pickup of Ryan Switzer, in as much money as you've put into the offense already, and with the impending free agency eventually of Dak Prescott here, in 3 more years, you know, and then Zeke after that, this is going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, wherever, you know, there is not going to be enough money to pay everybody. And you've already started to pay your offensive line. Des Bryant is still going to be on this team. You've already paid Terrence Williams. Yeah. Cole Beasley is not going to get another contract the way that Cole Beasley is going to perform the next 2 years, I feel like.
How about if he performs good then?
Oh, yes. that's what I'm saying. I feel like Cole is going to play good.
I think I'm still going to let him walk, though, because y'all got his replacement.
There is no way that we can pay another guy top wide receiver money.
That's average wide receiver money.
You can't, you know. I mean, we can continue to pay him the $3 or $4 million that we can the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't see us giving him a pay upgrade to 6 or 7. No.
So I would give this pick a B+ because he enhances your special teams. You have a replacement for the future, and he's a hands catcher, and he's a Dak friendly pick. So B+ for me.
You know. Oh yeah, this pick I feel like he takes over for Lucky Whitehead today. All those little gadget plays you saw Lucky Whitehead run last year, whatever.
Switzer did it too.
Okay, I see Lucky Whitehead on the field. That means it's going to be a jet sweep. You know?
Yeah.
And you were afraid for every other time Lucky was going to get the ball knocked out of his hands. With this guy, Ryan Switzer, is going to take over those plays. He is going to take over Lance Dunbar's plays, I feel like, at times. In special teams, he is going to be a punt and kick returner in the mode of Wes Welker. Back for whenever he was with the Dolphins and the Patriots there at the beginning.
Yeah, I see that. I definitely see that.
You know, great. He reads his blocks real well.
Exactly.
So that was something that, you know, there was another guy who there was a lot of chatter around who the Cowboys were also thinking about taking with it, a 4th-round pick. And since they didn't have a 5th-round pick and they picked way late in the 6th round, they had to actually trade next year's 5th-round pick to be able to move up and draft a guy who a lot of Cowboys fans have heard the name of by now, which is Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Which is a safety from Louisiana Tech, who had some of the greatest ball skills outside of Malik Hooker and Jamal Adams and Buda Baker that I felt like was inside this draft, which was a very, very deep draft. The thing about Xavier Woods is, though, there are 2 big question marks for him coming in. One, he's 5'11", 197 pounds, and looks smaller. So will his size affect him at the next level? Or will he be able to overcome it like a Bob Sanders, but hopefully stay on the field, unlike Bob Sanders?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
You know, because whenever you watch this guy,
he's like a bullet out there.
He's all over the field.
He's making plays,
which is what you want to see a guy.
And he's a leader.
You know,
he's a leader too.
Which is something you want to see a guy who is better than the school he's at do.
Exactly.
You want to see him stand out. He can't just be average among them.
But I think he's gonna be a day 1 starter. But it's gonna be a lot of growing pains with him because remember he came from Louisiana Tech. Now he didn't really play D1 ball like hardcore D1 ball. Now he's going to the NFL. That's 2 times the speed.
Oh yes.
So it's gonna be definitely growing pains.
Oh yes.
But once he gets those pains. Once he gets to overcome them pains.
Oh, yes. I mean, Xavier Woods.
Good compliment for Byron Jones. Byron Jones can do what he wants to do because Xavier Woods can attack the line of scrimmage like Byron Jones, and he can play free safety.
Exactly.
Free safety.
You know, and see, he is like, he can almost, the way he hits people, he'll remind you of J.J. Wilcox.
Yeah.
At times, he will miss. Because he's trying to hit you so hard,
and they fix that up,
which is technique. So that's something he has to learn, but something that he can do that JJ couldn't, which is really step back and play the pass.
Exactly.
You know, he will not have to come down and play a linebacker like JJ Wilcox was asked to, and move in Jeff Heath. You know.
So I don't know. I don't know what the Cowboys don't really do with him. I don't know if they play him with free and strong. He'll be as strong.
He will be at strong. You know, because Byron's are free.
Just knowing he's playing strong, I give this pick a B-, because the speed of the game, he's not.
He is going to be asked to play.
Well, Barry Church plays, yeah, and Barry Church is bigger.
Box. You know, he has to tackle. He's gonna be asked to blitz sometimes. And he's going to be asked to play to his instincts.
I'll still give it a B-.
Which is something I feel like this is what he thrived in college. So
the speed of the game, he actually has to take on blocks, which he really never did at Louisiana Tech, taking on blocks. As a strong safety in the NFL, you got to be basically a strong linebacker.
Saying Byron Jones moves over to strong safety
we're talking good.
Make this pick a bad pick.
Yeah, how?
Because Byron Jones cannot. He is not a hard hit or that.
Well, y'all played him in the line a lot with as strong. Y'all basically ran a double strong safety system with Barry Church and Byron Jones, because Byron Jones did come at the line to cover tight ends, something y'all now asking Xavier Woods to do.
He will at times. See, with this defense, and then
you got to look at this. Why would you put Byron Jones at free safety, and this guy has literally got 1 pick in his whole NFL career, and it was off of a Hail Mary?
Because his whole first season, he wasn't playing safety.
What was he playing?
Corner.
When?
His whole rookie season.
Did he? I think it was mixed.
Corner a lot.
I think it was mixed.
He played corner. They moved him around to play tight ends a lot.
Yeah, I think it was mixed from safety to corner.
I mean,
and then they just put him at safety.
And then last year he really got to try to settle in at one position. He was around the ball a lot. Yes, at times he got burnt at times, but that is also the young growing pains of a young player trying to learn his position.
Me personally, to make this pick a B plus, if I knew they were going to put him at free safety, Xavier Woods, I was like, dang, perfect. Because this guy's fast. He can cover more ground. Byron Jones is a freak, but I think Byron Jones is bigger. He can play tight ends better. He can play that line scrimmage better. He can stop being a wimp and actually play strong safety hit.
The Cowboys' system's a little bit different.
He's bigger than Xavier Woods.
Than the Ravens system and what we ask our safeties to do.
Well, depends.
Like our strong.
Well, when y'all go man, y'all ask for a cover one safety. When y'all go Tampa 2, of course it's two safeties and the top. But y'all go. It seems like y'all were going man a lot during the second to bring more blitzes so y'all pass rush can survive. Oh yeah. That's why y'all did a lot of cover one safety types, and Green Bay exposed that. Then y'all went back to Tampa 2, and then y'all did better.
Yeah, and the rest of the draft, and with Xavier Woods, I give that at where we were able to draft him and what we projected him being, it was a steal in the 6th round in light of exactly the year before.
It depends on how y'all use him still.
Like how Anthony Brown was a steal who should have been taken in the 4th round the year before, we give it another one this year in Xavier Woods, who gets to step in. He gives competition, which is the number one thing you want.
He's going to be a day one starter.
To be put in for Jeff Heath. Because most Cowboys fans, we don't have good memories of Jeff Heath. Whether they are warranted or not. Most of us do not like Jeff Heath simply because of his rookie season.
To be honest with you, I think this is what the Cowboys don't do in camp. They don't put Xavier Rose, Byron Jones, and make it a competition out of them two at free safety and strong safety to see which one plays which. So what do you give this pick? You didn't even say what you give it. Hello?
This pick?
Yeah, you didn't say it.
Yeah, I said an A.
An A? Golly. Anyways.
With the rest of this draft, it was a lot of developmental picks and depth.
Special teamers.
Yeah, So Marquez White, is a guy who is going to have to come in, develop for a long time, Another guy who you'll probably want to talk about for a minute that Cowboys fans got here in the 7th round was Joey Ivy.
Yep, University of Florida. Monster. Once he learns a little bit, he's definitely a run stuffer. Pass rushing, he's a pretty good pass rusher. He got a good tap and snatch kind of. If you're D line, you know what I'm talking about. Like pop and get off the block. But I think he's gonna be definitely a good run stuffer. I don't know if he's gonna be in the starting lineup. Who was that guy a couple years ago y'all had that played at Oregon? The white dude, got all the tattoos. He played DN?
Nick Hayden?
Yeah, there you go. Joey Ivy can be that at the one technique.
Which was a very solid player, but nobody who will get Cowboys fans excited.
Exactly, he does the dirty work. Like Lawrence Guy from Baltimore did. Uh-huh. He did the dirty work in the run game, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's what Joey Ivy is. Joey Ivy is a monster, beast, quick, good technique. So that's a very good pick for y'all's depth with D-line.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay, so overall with the Cowboys draft this year, I felt like that they hit a lot of needs that we needed and were able to hit a lot of best player available as well. So overall, I will give this draft class a B+. We were able to just refill everything that left us this offseason with younger, better, and hopefully not so injury prone guys.
Yeah.
So.
I give y'all's class a B.
Okay.
Maybe a B-. Yeah, a B-.
Cowboys haters inside the room.
Other than anyways, yeah, B-. We'll see what it brings down the road. Right now, B-.
Okay, and I think that'll be it today from Cowboys Nation. So thank you for Jerome for helping out.
Yeah, he forced me, but I'm glad. I'm glad to help. I do it for Mob City TV, not for the Cowboys, but yeah.
And as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.
Peace.